Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chapter 3. Shri Rajovacha. Nishamya Deva Swabhatopavarnitam Pratyaha Kim Tanapi Dharmarajaha Evam Hatagnyo Vihatan Murarer Naidehi Kairyasya Vashe Janoyam. King Parikshit said, O my lord, O Sukadeva Goswami, Yamaraja is the controller of all living entities in terms of their religious and irreligious activities. But his order has been foiled. When his servants, the Yamadutas, informed him of their defeat by the Vishnudutas, who had stopped them from arresting Ajamila, what did he reply? Yamasya devasya na dandamangaha krutascha narshe shrutapurva asit yetan mune vishruti loka samshayam nahitva dhanya iti me vinishchitam. O great sage, never before has it been heard anywhere that an order from Yamaraja has been baffled. Therefore, I think that people will have doubts about this, that no one but you can eradicate. Since this is my firm conviction, kindly explain the reasons for these events. Sri Shuka Uvacha Bhagavat Purushai Rajan Yamya Pratihatodhyamaha Patim Vignyapayamasur Yamam Samyamani Patim. Sri Sukadeva Goswami replied, My dear king, when the order carriers of Yamaraja were baffled and defeated by the order carriers of Vishnu, they approached their master, the controller of Samyamanipuri and master of sinful persons, to tell him of this incident. Yamaduta uchuhu kati santiha shastaro jivalokasya vaiprabho traividyam kurvatah karma palabhivyaktihetavaha. The Yamaduta said, O dear Lord, how many controllers or rulers are there in this material world? How many causes are responsible for manifesting the various results of activities performed under the three modes of nature, Sattva Guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna? Yadisyurbahavo loke shastaro dandadharinaha kasya syatam tava kasya mrutyuschamrutameva va. If in this universe there are many rulers and justices who disagree about punishment and reward, their contradictory actions will neutralize each other and no one will be punished or rewarded. Otherwise, if their contradictory acts fail to neutralize each other, everyone will have to be both punished and rewarded. Kintu shastru bahutve syad bahunamiva karminam shastrutva mupacharo hi yata mandalavartinam. The Yamadutas continued, since there are many different karmis or workers, there may be different judges or rulers to give them justice. But just as one central emperor controls different departmental rulers, there must be one supreme controller to guide all the judges. अतस्त्वमेको भूतानां सेश्वराणामधीश्वरः शास्ता दण्डधरो नृणां शुभाशुभविवेचनः. The supreme judge must be one, not many. It was our understanding that you are that supreme judge and that you have jurisdiction even over the demigods. Our impression was that you are the master of all living entities, the supreme authority who discriminates between pious and impious activities of all human beings. Tasya te vihito dando न लोके वर्तते धुना चतुर्भिरद्भुतैः सिद्धैर् आज्ञाते विप्रलम्भिता. But now we see that the punishment ordained under your authority is no longer effective, since your order has been transgressed by 4 wonderful and perfect persons. Tiyamanam tavadeshad asmabhir यातनागृहान् व्यामोचयन् पातकिनं चित्वा पाशान् प्रसह्यते. We were bringing the most sinful Ajamila towards the hellish planets, following your order, but those beautiful persons from Siddhaloka forcibly cut the knots of the ropes with which we were arresting him. तांस्ते विदुतिमिच्छामो यदि नो मन्यसे क्षमं नारायणेत्यभिहिते मा भैरित्याययुर्धृतम्. As soon as the sinful Ajamila uttered the name Narayana, these 4 beautiful men immediately arrived and reassured him, saying, do not fear, do not fear. We wish to know about them from your lordship. If you think we are able to understand them, kindly describe who they are. Shri Bhadarayani Ruvacha iti devasa aprushtah praja samyamato yamaha प्रीतिस्वधूतान् प्रत्याह स्मरन् padambujam harehe. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, thus having been questioned, Lord Yamaraja, the supreme controller of the living entities, was very pleased with his order carriers because of hearing from them the holy name of Narayana. He remembered the lotus feet of the Lord and began to reply. Yama uvacha paro madanyo jagatastasyushascha ato otam pretam patavadyatra vishvam paro madanyo jagatastyushascha otam protam patadvadyatra vishvam otam patavadyatra vishvam yadam shatosya stiti janmanasha nasyo tavadyasya vashocha lokaha. Yamaraja said, my dear servants, you have accepted me as the supreme, but factually I am not. Above me and above all the other demigods, including Indira and Chandra, is the one supreme master and controller. The partial manifestations of his personality are Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva, who are in charge of creation, maintenance, and annihilation of this universe. He is like the two threads that form the length and breadth of a woven cloth. The entire world is controlled by him, just as a bull is controlled by a rope in its nose. यो नामभिर् यो नामभिर्वाचि जनं निजायां बध्नाति तन्त्यामिव दामभिर्गाः यस्मै बलिं त इमे नाम कर्म निबद्धबद्धाश्चकिता वहन्ति. Just as the driver of a bullock cart ties ropes through the nostrils of its bulls to control them, the Supreme Personality of Godhead binds all men through the ropes of his words in the Vedas, which set forth the names of and activities of distinct orders of human society: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. In fear, the members of these orders all worship the Supreme Lord by offering him presentations according to their respective activities. Aham Mahendro Nirutih Prachetaha Somognirishaha Pavano Virinchihi Aditya Vishve Vasavotamat Sadhya Marudgana Rudragana Sabhidda Anye Chaye Vishwasrujo Maresha Brugvadayos Prushtarajas Brugvadayos Prushtarajas Yasye hitam na viduh spushtamayah Sattva pradhana api kim tatonye. I, Yamaraja, Indira, the Lord, the King of Heaven, Nirruti, Varuna, Chandra, the Moon God, Agni, Shiva, Lord Shiva, Pavana, Lord Brahma, Surya, the Sun God, Vishvavasu, the 8 Vashus, the Sadhyas, the Maruts, the Rudras, the Siddhas, and Marichi, and the other great rishis engaged in maintaining the departmental affairs of the universe, as well as the best of the demigods, headed by Brihaspati, and the great sages, headed by Bhrigu, are all centrally freed from the influence of the two base material modes of nature, namely passion and ignorance. Nevertheless, although we are in the mode of goodness, we cannot understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What then is to be said of others who, under illusion, merely speculate to know God? Yam vaina gobhir manasanubhirva hruda gira vasubruto vichakshate atmanamantar hrudi santamatmanam chakshuryataiva krutayastataf param. As the different limbs of the body cannot see the eyes, the living entities cannot see the Supreme Lord, who is situated as the super soul in everyone's heart, not by the senses, but by the mind, by the life air, by the thoughts within the hearts, or by the vibration of the words, can the living entities ascertain the real situation of the Supreme Lord. Tasyatmatantrasya hareradhishituhu parasya mayadhipater mahatmanah prayena dhuta iha vai manohara sharanti tadrupa gunasvabhavah. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is self-sufficient and fully independent. He is the master of everyone and everything, including the illusionary energy. He has his form, qualities, and features, and similarly his order carriers, the Vaishnavas, who are very beautiful, possess bodily features, transcendental qualities, and a transcendental nature almost like his. They always wander within this world with full independence. भूतानि विष्णो सुरपूजितानि ददर्श ददर्शलिङ्गानि महाद्भुतानि रक्षन्ति तद्भक्तिमतः परेभ्यो मतश्च मर् मतश्च मर्त्यानश्च मतश्च मर्त्यानत सर्वतश्च. The order carriers of Lord Vishnu, who are worshipped even by the demigods, possess wonderful bodies exactly like those of Vishnu and are very rarely seen. The Vishnu Dutas protect the devotees of the Lord from the hands of enemies, from envious persons, and even from my jurisdiction, as well as from natural disturbances. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam navai vidur ऋषयो नापि देवाः ससिद्धमुख्या असुरा मनुष्याः कृतोऽनुविद्याधरचारणादयः. Real religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although fully situated in the mode of goodness, even the great rishis who accompany the topmost planets cannot ascertain the real religious principles, nor can the demigods or the leaders of Siddhaloka, to say nothing of the asuras, ordinary human beings, vidyadharas and charanas. Swasyam bhurnaradah shambhuh kumarah kapilo manuh prahlado janako bhishmo बलिर्वैयास किर्वयं द्वादशैते विजानीमो धर्मं भागवतं भटाः गुह्यं विशुद्धं दुर्बोधं यं ज्ञात्वामृतमश्नुते. Lord Brahma, Bhagavan Narada, Lord Shiva, the four Kumaras, Lord Kapila, the son of Devahuti, Swayambhu Manu, Prahlada Maharaja, Janaka Maharaja, Grandfather Bhishma, Bali Maharaja, Sukadeva Goswami, and I myself know the real religious principle. My dear servants, this transcendental religious principle, which is known as the Bhagavata Dharma or surrender under the Supreme Lord and love for Him, is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. It is very confidential and difficult for ordinary human beings to understand, but if by chance one fortunately understands it, he is immediately liberated, and thus he returns home back to the Godhead. एतावानेव लोकेऽस्मिन् पुंसां धर्मः परस्मृतः भक्तियोगो भगवती तन्नामग्रहणादिभिः. Devotional service, beginning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, is the ultimate religious principle for living entity in human society. Namocharana Mahatmyam Haref Pashyata Putrakaha Ajamilopi Yenaiva Mrutyupashada Muchyata. My dear servants, who are as good as my sons, just see how glorious is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord. The greatly sinful Ajamila chanted only to call his son, not knowing that he was chanting the Lord's holy name. Nevertheless, by chanting the holy name of the Lord, he remembered Narayana, and thus he was immediately saved from the ropes of death. Yetavatala maganirharanaya Yetavatalam aganirhara नाय पुंसां संकीर्तनं भागवतो गुणकर्मा भागवतो गुणकर्मणाम्नां विकृष्य पुत्रमघवान् यदजामिलोऽपि नारायणेति म्रियमाण इहाय muktim. Therefore, it should be understood that one is easily relieved from all sinful reactions by chanting the holy name of the Lord and chanting of his qualities and activities. This is the only process recommended for relief from sinful reactions. Even if one chants the holy name of the Lord with improper pronunciation, he will achieve relief from material bondage if he chants without offenses. Ajamila, for example, was extremely sinful, but while dying, he merely chanted the holy name. Although calling his son, he achieved complete liberation because he remembered the name of Narayana. प्रायेण वेद तदिदं न महाजुनोऽयं देव्या विमोहितम् अतिर्भत माययालं त्रयां जिडीकृतम् अतिर्मधुपुष्पितायां वैतानिके महति कर्मणि युज्यमानः. Because they are bewildered by the illusionary energy of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Yajnavalkya and Jaimini and other compilers of religious scriptures cannot know the secret, confidential religious system of the 12 Mahajanas. They cannot understand the transcendental value of performing devotional service or chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Because their minds are attracted to the ritualistic ceremonies mentioned in the Vedas, especially the Yajurveda, Samaveda, and the Rig Veda, their intelligence has become dull. Thus, they are busy collecting the ingredients for ritualistic ceremonies that yield only temporary benefits, such as elevation to Swargaloka for material happiness. They are not attracted to Sankirtana movement. Instead, they are interested in dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Evam vimrushya sudhiyo bhagavatyanante sarvatmana vidadate kalu bhavayogam tamena dandam arhantyata yadyamisham stat patakam tadapi hantyuru gayavadaha. Considering all these points, therefore, intelligent men decide to solve all problems by adopting the devotional service of chanting the holy name of the Lord, who is situated in everyone's heart and who is a mine of all auspicious qualities. Such persons are not within my jurisdiction of punishment. Generally, they never commit sinful activities, but even if by mistake or because of bewilderment or illusion they sometimes commit sinful acts, they are protected from sinful reactions because they always chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Te deva siddha parigita pavitra gata ye madava samadrusho bhagavat prapannaha tan nopasidata harer biguptan naisham vayam nacha vayah prabhavamadande. My dear servants, please do not approach such devotees, for they have fully surrendered to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. They are equal to everyone, and their narrations are sung by the demigods and the inhabitants of Siddhaloka. Please do not even go near them, They are always protected by the club of Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore Lord Brahma and I, and even the time factor, are not competent to chastise them. तानानयद्वमसतो विमुखान् मुकुन्द पादारविन्दम् अकर पादारविन्दम् मकरन्द रसाद जस्रं निष्किञ्चनैः परमहंसकुलैरसङ्गैर्जुषाद्गृहे निरयवर्त्मनि बद्धतृष्णान्. Paramahamsas are exalted persons who have no taste of material enjoyment and who drink the honey of the Lord's lotus feet. My dear servants, bring to me for punishment only persons who are averse to the taste of that honey, who do not associate with Paramahamsas, and who are attached to family life and worldly enjoyment, which form the path to hell. जिह्वानवक्ति भगवद्गुणनामधेयं चेतश्चन स्मरति तच्चरणारविन्दं कृष्णाय नो नमति यच्चर एकदापि तानानयद्वम् असरोकृत कृत्यान्. My dear servants, please bring to me only those sinful persons who do not use their tongues to chant the holy name and qualities of Krishna, whose hearts do not remember the lotus feet of Krishna even once, and whose heads do not bow down even once before Lord Krishna. Send me those who do not perform their duties towards Krishna, which are the only duties in human life. Please bring me all such fools and rascals. Tat kshamyatam sa bhagavan purushah purano narayana swapurushair dadasatkrutam naha swanamaho na vidusham rachiranjalinam kshantirghariyasi namah purushaya bhuman. Then Yamaraja, considering himself as his servants to be offenders, spoke as follows, begging pardon from the Lord. O my Lord, my servants have committed a great offense by arresting a Vaishnava such as Ajamila. O Narayana, O Supreme and oldest person, please forgive us. Being of ignorance, we failed to recognize Ajamila as a servant of your lordship, and thus we have certainly committed a great offense. Therefore, with folded hands, we beg your pardon. My Lord, since you are supremely merciful and always full of good qualities, please pardon us. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you. Tasmat sankirtanam Vishnor Jaganmangala Mamhasam Mahatamapi Kaurakya Vidyairkantika Nishkrutam. Sukadeva Goswami continued, My dear king, the chanting of the holy name of the Lord is able to uproot even the reactions of the greatest sins. Therefore, the chanting of the Sankirtana movement is the most auspicious activity in the entire universe. Please try to understand this so that others will take it seriously. Shrunvatam grunatam viryan yudyamani harer muhuhu yata sujataya bhaktya शुद्धयेन्नात्मना व्रतादिभिः. One who constantly hears and chants the holy name of the Lord and hears and chants about his activities can very easily attain the platform of pure devotional service, which can cleanse the dirt from one's heart. One cannot achieve such purification merely by observing vows and performing Vedic ritualistic ceremonies. Krishnangripad Krishnangripadma Dulina Punarvisrushtam Aya Guneshu Ramate Vrujitnavaheshu Anyastu Kamahata Atmarajah Prabharshtum Pramarshtum Iheta Karma Yata Eva Janah Punasyat. Devotees who always lick the honey from the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna do not care at all for material activities which are performed under the three modes of material nature and which bring only misery. Indeed, devotees never give up the lotus feet of Krishna to return to material activities. Others, however, who are addicted to Vedic rituals because they have neglected the service of the Lord's lotus feet and are enchanted by lusty desires, sometimes perform acts of atonement. Nevertheless, being incompletely purified, they return to sinful activities again and again. Ittam Swabhartrugadhitam Bhagavanmahitvam Samsmrutya Vismritadhiyo Yama Kinkaraste Naivachyutashraya Janam Pratishankamana Drashtum cha Bibhyati Tatah Prabhuti Smarajan. After hearing from the mouth of their master about the extraordinary glories of the Lord and his name, fame, and attributes, the Yamadutas were struck with wonder. Since then, as soon as they see a devotee, they fear and dare not look at him again. Itihasamimam guhyam Bhagavan Kumbhasambhavaha Katayamasa Malaya Asino Hari Marchayan. When the great sage Agastya, the son of Kumbha, was residing in Malaya hills and worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I approached him and he explained to me this confidential history. Thus ends the chapter entitled Yamaraja's Instruction to his messengers. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.